Hey guys, it's sort of early as June. Got some spring onions here, which I'm actually quite proud of. They're quite nice. The variety is called Kyoto, so I assume a Japanesey variety of spring onion, planted on last day of February. So quite a long time ago actually, but there's one there that's been pulled up. But yeah, these bunches. I mean, these ones are really nice, really decent sized little bulbous ends, and then really nice green foliage. The rest of them not doing too brilliantly. I think it might be the weather because it's been so crazy dry here. We haven't had rain for a good 4 to 5 weeks, apart from like a couple of like misty kind of rains, which just don't do anything for the soil. It is surprising. I mean, even when you water your plants with like a watering can, if they're potted plants and you pull them out of the pot after like 5-10 minutes, you see that it only permeates like the first sort of centimetre or so of soil. So you can imagine how much rain you really need to get plants going. But anyway, yeah, so it's been really really dry. Did I say it's been hot? If I did, then I'm lying, because just pulled another one out by accident. It's actually been pretty cold. This has been a really cold late spring and early summer, with no rain and a fair bit of sunshine, but it's not the most brilliant of combinations. So yeah, I've got some spring onions, and that's about it, to be honest. It's taking quite a long time to get going, but yeah, I mean, in terms of fruit especially, I think it's not going to be a brilliant year. I guess maybe especially with a lot of the trees, like, although this is an exception, but the Asian pear and a lot of my other trees were in pots last year, or they were sort of transferred into pots. So because of that, maybe they just don't have a great root system on them. Like this green gauge, which it did set a few fruits, but I can't see any anymore. So yeah, it's a fruitless year for this. And then this Spartan apple, I mean, it has got fruits on it, and actually I think it is being attacked by aphids under the leaves. But yeah, I mean, this was amazing last year. This produced loads. Maybe it's just taken a year off, but it might also just be a combination of being transferred and also, it being quite droughty. Is that a word? Figs, not going to get any figs, not any bravers at least, and I very much doubt we'll get any main crop. And this one's full of bravers most of the time, so it's quite sad. But yeah, fruit is not going to be a brilliant year. I even looked at the gooseberries, which are usually like blooming tough plants. They're just you just get fruits no matter what you do, but they seem to have dropped them. And some of these were already in their position. Some of them I had to move, but I mean, there's one gooseberry there, which is not ready to eat. It might also be that the birds are getting a bit desperate because there's just no water. So they might have just been eating them despite them being incredibly sour. But yeah, so not brilliant. Potatoes though, I mean, in terms of appearance at least, can't see what's going on underground, but they're doing amazing. Really lovely, covering that area. Very little weeding needed doing. Give them a little bit of water. I'm not sure when to dig them up, but yeah, I think I'll probably stop because I'll do a full tour in a week or so. One thing, hopefully, if these hold, I might get some good pears, as you can see. I've been thinning them out. I'm trying to be quite ruthless actually, because some of them you just get like 10 pears all in a bunch. So like bunches like this, they're all looking quite small. This one's looking a bit, I don't know, scab or something. So, and you can tell the plant's going to drop most of these anyway. If they just snap off like this, then you know that the plant was going to drop it anyway. So I go through, do that, and then I reduce them even more, even the ones that are held on quite strongly, so that there's not too many fruit in one place, because you'd prefer to have bigger, nicer quality pears than loads of small ones that don't taste brilliant. But anyway, yeah, so I might get some pears, might get some apples. It's held on to some of the apples, so it has got powdery mildew quite badly, which I suspect is what happened last year. I didn't really see last year, I just came sort of autumn time-ish, and it was not looking very healthy. It's not looking brilliant. There are apples. There are apples on here. So yeah, we'll see how it does. I might give it a good feed or something. I might get a load of liquid seaweed stuff and pour it all over it, see if it helps. But yeah, anyway, that's probably about it. Yeah, still not really producing much at the minute, but at least I've got a load of good spring onions. So I hope everyone else is doing alright. And yeah, sending lots of love and lots of peace, and I'll speak to you in a bit.